Good morning students, here we start with the embryology, very short lecture of derivatives of endoderm, which will be helpful to you in various types of MCQs, 1-mark question answers, and it will be even helpful for the future. So derivatives of endoderm, here we start with, in the endoderm, we divide the endoderm into, first, I will make a flow chart, this is foregut, we start with foregut. What are the derivatives of the endoderm? The derivatives of endoderm will be derivatives from foregut, midgut and hindgut. So from the foregut, first, the entire epithelial margin, write down the entire epithelial margin from the oral cavity, that is pharynx, entire epithelial margin of the pharynx, then esophagus, then stomach and duodenum. This is very important. The entire epithelial margin of all these structures. Duodenum. Till what portion of duodenum? Till the part of duodenum where the major duodenal papilla is opening. So therefore, till the opening of major duodenal papilla in the upper part of the second part of duodenum. Till the opening of major duodenal papilla. So from pharynx, esophagus, stomach till the opening of major duodenal papilla in the duodenum, the entire epithelial margin will be derived from foregut. Second, from the mucous membrane of tongue. So please note down, mucous membrane of tongue. Entire mucous membrane of tongue will develop from the endoderm of the foregut. Then next, the epithelial lining, the entire epithelial lining of respiratory system. Respiratory system. Entire epithelial lining of tympanic cavity, entire tympanic cavity, that is middle ear cavity, and the epithelial lining of auditory tube, which is also known as pharyngotympanic tube or eustachian tube. Then next will be parenchyma of, what do you mean by parenchyma? Parenchyma means the glandular tissue. So parenchyma of the following organs. Parenchyma of which organs? So write down tonsils, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus, liver, pancreas. So once again I repeat, the parenchyma of tonsils, thymus, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, liver and pancreas. These are the structures which are derived from the endoderm of the foregut. Please note down. Then we come to midgut. What are the structures that are derived from the midgut? Number one, we continue with the epithelial lining from below the major duodenal papilla of duodenum, where the foregut has ended. From there, the midgut will start. So the entire epithelial lining of duodenum, but which portion of duodenum? Below the major duodenal papilla. And then till the junction of right 2/3 and left 1/3 of transverse colon. So the junction between right 2/3 and left 1/3 of transverse colon. Whatever structures are there from the major duodenal papilla onwards, jejunum, ileum, cecum, appendix, ascending colon, and junction of right 2/3 and left 1/3 of transverse colon. Till this level, all these structures are derived from midgut. And second will be Meckel's diverticulum, if it is present. If Meckel's diverticulum exists in the human beings, certain humans, then this will be a derivative of midgut, remember. And then when we come on this side, hindgut. What are the derivatives of hindgut? The derivatives of the hindgut will be, we start with left 1/3 of transverse colon. So the left 1/3 of transverse colon. From here till descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum and anal canal. Till which portion of anal canal? Till pectinate line of anal canal. So this pectinate line is also known as mucocutaneous junction in the anal canal. So up till the level of pectinate line anal canal, all these structures starting from the left one-third of transverse colon till the pectinate line of the anal canal will be derived from hindgut. Second, this is also very important, the entire mucous membrane of, the entire mucosa, mucous membrane of urinary bladder and urethra. Now here we have to be careful. Most of the major part of the mucous membrane of urinary bladder and urethra, except a small portion which belongs to mesoderm. So except for a small portion in the urinary bladder and urethra which will be derived from mesoderm, major portions of the mucous membrane of urinary bladder and urethra will be derived from endoderm of hindgut. Now next derivative, very interesting. The entire parenchyma of prostate will develop from endoderm of the hindgut. Along with that, there will be bulbourethral glands, which are known as bulbourethral glands of Cowper. Also, greater vestibular glands. So these two glands will also develop from the endoderm of the hindgut. These are the derivatives of the endoderm of the hindgut, and the vagina. The epithelial margin of the vagina will be derived from the endoderm. So that will be the epithelial margin of the vagina, which is an endodermal derivative. Please note down. And in the last, primordial germ cells, which are also known as primitive sex cells. So either they are called primitive sex cells or primordial germ cells, which are derived from endoderm of hindgut. So therefore, these are the derivatives of the endoderm of the hindgut. Please note down the derivatives of foregut, midgut and hindgut. Here we finish it. Thank you very much.